Hello, it's been a while, unless you watch my weird Arknights streams. Look at the hip size right there. And Tamimi has none of that. Right, so... Oh my god, there's too much shit on my screen I can't see. And cancels me because of it.
No.
I forgot to change... Oh my god. Phantom. But sorry I've been away for so long. I honestly didn't want to make videos with the microphone I had at the time, since it was broken, it was hella scuffed, and I kinda care about the quality of my videos. But anyhow, look, there's a new event coming, and you know, the event people thought would not come to EN server because of a certain skin line, you know, just that certain skin line, that certain collab that never happened in EN, but let's just not get into that. So the next event on Arknights is the Rainbow Six collab. This event will be arriving on the 18th this month and will be introducing 4 new operators from the game Rainbow Six Siege. So the operators that will be in the gacha are Ash, Blitz and Frost. Tachanka, otherwise known as the Lord, will be the free welfare operator. And I kinda wanna switch things around a bit. Before, I gave the should you roll conclusion at the end of the video, but to save some time for you guys, I'll just add it at the front instead, so you can just watch the rest of the video if you wanna interested in what the operators do. So let me know if you prefer it at the beginning or at the end, or whichever one you like. That would be very good. So then, should you roll this banner? 100% absolutely yes. First of all, Ash is a very strong meta sniper, dethroning Exu in some aspects, especially when it comes to utility and bringing versatile to the stage. We've been able to deal with many different kinds of enemies, including like high defense enemies as well. Also, Blitz and Frost are great unique operators in what they specialize in, especially if they're paired with Ash, since both of them provide stuns and crowd control. But I mostly want to mention that the probability of this banner getting a rerun in the future might be very low, since with my experience with game collabs like this in gacha games, it's usually like either a long time for a rerun or literally never. So in my opinion, you should at least try to get some other 5-star operators if you're unable to get Ash, due to the probability of this banner getting a rerun. And another fact is that all these operators are limited, so it's good for your collection as well. But you know, Ash is a good girl, she's a strong girl with a cute kitty skin, and so yeah, I pretty much recommend rolling for her. Plus, well, unpopular opinion, English voices. So let's get right into these operators do, starting with Ash. So Ash will be our new 6-star limited time anti-air sniper, which has a lot of utility with crowd control and some seriously strong DPS, not even joking as well. So starting with a trait, it's the usual target aerial enemies, there's nothing too special about it. And for her talents, her first one, support gear, allows Ash to throw a flashbang at the enemy once she's deployed, which will stun them for 4 seconds. And this pairs really well with her second talent, Assaulter, due to the reduced DP when first deployed, so it's much easier to deploy her on the maps. And not only that, she gains 17 SP after she's deployed, which means you're able to use your skill a lot faster. But do remember, the reduced DP is only for her first deployment. Now onto her pretty damn impressive skills. Her S1 support fire will give Ash a pretty small attack buff at 11% at skill 7, but it will also allow Ash's attacks to deal 2 hits. Not only that, this skill has an infinite duration, so it's pretty much like a infinite mini Exu, pretty much. So the skill will be very good for consistent damage throughout the mission. Although her S2 will be the skill you will most likely be using most on Ash, due to its burst and utility. So Assault Tactics allows Ash to trigger her first talent, the one that stuns. It reduces her attack interval, and when she attacks stunned enemies, it increases her attack to 210% at S7, which is a lot of attack, which pretty much allows Ash to delete many enemies when set up correctly, due to a fast rate of fire, and if you're able to keep the stun up, this skill will be pretty much devastating. So to all my stun lovers out there, hey, take advantage of this, because personally I can't wait to pair her up with Bibik. It'll be so fun to use. Also, this skill has an ammo system, so the skill will end once she has shot 31 bullets. You can cancel this skill at any time though, which is useful if you only have a few bullets left and no enemies to kill, so you can charge the skill back up. basically. That's pretty much how it works though. And finally we have a S3, Breaching Ground. This skill is pretty much a massive nuke, hence why it can only be used twice per deployment. So the text is pretty much like a fucking dictionary, so in short, this skill will fire attack dealing physical damage and pushing them away, and when it explodes it will deal more physical damage to nearby enemies, though if it hits a high tile it will immediately explode, dealing double the damage. So literally all I have to say is if you really want to kill something, then just use the skill. Like that's all I have to say. But overall, Ashe is a very strong operator who can provide some really good crowd control while also providing some seriously strong DPS. I also want to mention about her ability to deal with high defense enemies compared to the usual anti-air snipers, which makes her very versatile when dealing with different types of enemies. Alright, so next we have Blitz. Blitz is a new 5-star ranged defender who specializes in providing a lot of crowd control. You have to love this guy. I mean, just look at this beautiful face he has. So his trait is the usual block-free enemy, and his talent, Shielded Gunplay, allows him to prioritize stunned enemies. Also, when attacking stunned enemies, it increases his attack by a huge amount. Like at E2, it's 160%, and that's a lot of damage. Also, he has a second talent, Bunkered Defense. This allows Blitz to gain extra physical block when besides or behind a high tile. So you can strategically place him where he's going to take advantage of this talent. Now you may be wondering, how can I get the use out of his first talent? Well, let's just take a look at those skills. So his S1 Flash Shield stuns all enemies in range, and it also silences them. Now this skill is very good when you need silences and stuns, especially when wanting to trigger his talent. But one drawback is that the skill can only be used 4 times per deployment, though for how strong it is, it's really understandable to be honest. Plus at M3, you're able to use this skill straight away, which can be super useful to me. And now onto his S2, Defense Breach. This skill can deal some strong burst for a 5-star defender. What it does is attack all blocked enemies once, dealing physical damage, and they get stunned for a whopping 6 seconds. That's a lot of seconds. So his attack speed is also increased, and the effect of the talent is multiplied. So like literally this skill allows Blitz to deal some impressive damage while also stunning the enemy, which, you know, a certain operator can take advantage of here. You know, these operators are definitely not to support Ashe, you know. But one big drawback to me is that this skill has a super small uptime of 6 seconds. It's pretty much like active only during the stun, especially considering the SP cost of this skill. But overall, Blitz is a strong operator when it comes to his utility due to the stuns he provides with his S1 and S2, while also being able to deal some super strong burst damage for a defender. But one thing he's very much lacking is survivability, in my opinion. It's pretty much like non-existent outside of his stuns, so he's going to need some additional support to keep him alive. Not only that, his skills need some timing due to his S1 only being a 4-time use during deployment and the high SP cost on his S2, so timing and placement is pretty important with Blitz. And now we have Frost. Frost is our new 5-star trap specialist operator, which of course specializes in stuns and binds. What a coincidence. Also, this time I get to say welcome mats instead of traps, so you know, the usage of traps will be minimum this time. Pretty interesting welcome mats though. I wonder where you can buy one, but yeah, anyway, so a trait allows it to use welcome mats in battle, but they can't be placed on tiles enemies are standing on. And now we have a talent, Welcome Mats. This allows Frost to use 8 Welcome Mats and can hold up to 10, and they are triggered when enemies step on them. Pretty self-explanatory. So next on to our skills, we have a S1, Trap Deployment. God damn it. So this skill allows Frost's Welcome Mats to deal physical damage to the target and stun them for a short duration. She will also immediately gain 1 Welcome Mat once the skill is activated. So it's a pretty simple skill, it just provides physical damage and stuns the enemy. And we have a S2, Down in Prey. This skill makes Frost's Welcome Mat deal physical damage to the target, and instead of stunning them, they will get binded instead for a short duration. Not only that, if they are within attack range, Frost will immediately deal 150% damage 3 times to the enemies that trigger the trap. and the active will immediately gain 1 welcome mat, so you can keep spamming these traps due to the active skill, unless it's still on the field of course. So overall, Thrust is actually probably the more superior trap specialist due to her downing prey DPS. This allows her to output quite a lot more damage compared to the usual trapper specialists, although she will have a lot of troubles dealing with high defense enemies. But utility wise, she has a lot of potential if you can consistently use her traps and deal with the trash mobs pretty much. And finally, we have the Lord, Tachanka. Tachanka is our new 5-star guard. Yeah, a guard with a machine gun. We're starting to get into FGO territory now. So Tachanka is our welfare dual strike guard, which has traits of a range guard. His trait allows his normal attacks to deal damage twice, and for his talent, Heavy Firepower, it gives Tachanka +2 attack range and increases his defense. This talent gives Tachanka a lot more to work with since his skills are charged by attacking enemies, but one drawback is that it adds 20 seconds on his redeploy time, which to me is a fair trade-off. Onto his skills, just to note that all these skills are charged by attacking enemies. His S1 Incinerated Grenade fires a grenade at the target, creating a burning zone lasting for 6 seconds. The enemies within the burning zone takes arts damage every second. Also, when Tachanka attacks enemies in the burning zone, he ignores flat defense, which allows him to deal with high defensive enemies. His S2 has some great burst potential though. Torrential Bullets allows Tachanka to reduce his attack intervals by -85% and randomly attack targets within his attack range. This also increases his range, similar to range guards. This skill also has a chance to increase his attack by a lot, although this chance is kinda small at 11% at skill 7. But the amount of bullets you'll be firing kinda just makes up for it, to be honest. A big drawback for the skill though is the duration compared to SP cost, which can kinda be a cause for bad uptime on his skills, especially taking into consideration that he has to attack enemies to charge this skill. Plus you can't really target certain enemies with the skill due to the random fire. But overall Tachanka can dish out some decent burst damage, but you kinda have to party a bit with his S2 due to the small crit chance. But he's pretty interesting to me due to his skill range as a dual strike guard. But with the right setup, you can push out some consistent damage, to be honest. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the new operators. I'm just going to mention this again, this banner is very worth rolling for in terms of value and collecting limited time operators. Ash is one of those operators that you probably don't want to skip, especially if you're missing a strong sniper. And of course, where else are you going to find such a serious skill to be so cute, you know? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to be uploading more frequently now. I apologize again for not uploading for quite a while. And of course, I'm streaming as usual, so come say hello if you ever see me live. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching and good luck.